Today's tech news moves fast, but understanding it shouldn't be hard. That's why Snarful Solutions Group brings you Connecting the Dots, where we break down what's happening in tech and why it matters to you. Now, let's dive in with your hosts.
Welcome back to Connecting the Dots. I'm Alex.
And I'm Morgan.
It is Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. And if you thought the smart home was maybe getting there, well, Google's basically hitting the reset button. Big time.
Good morning.
Yeah.
Huge news on that front. But first, the quick essentials. Here in Sacramento, looking like a chance of showers today.
Right.
High around a pretty nice 72 degrees.
Nice fall weather.
Yep. And on the markets, things were pretty steady this morning. Dow Jones took a tiny dip, down 0.02%. S&P 500, a small gain, just 0.07%.
Pretty flat. But check out Bitcoin. That thing jumped again, up 2.28%, closing near on $116,641. Wow.
Yeah, definitely where the energy seems to be. Everything else kind of holding its breath, maybe.
Maybe waiting for these tech shifts we're about to talk about.
Exactly. And speaking of support, we want to thank our sponsor, Pins and Aces. If you're a golfer or just want to look like one,
yeah,
they've got amazing premium golf apparel and accessories. That's Pins and Aces, pronounced Pins and Aces. Really top-notch stuff.
Seriously good gear. And hey, use our code SNARFUL, that's SNARFUL, SNARFUL at checkout. You get 21% off your whole order. Check them out at pinsandances.com.
21% off, great deal.
Okay, let's dive into our Morningstar Tech Report. We've got 3 key stories today, 2 big ones from Google, really showing a major strategy shift, and one that highlights just how fast the global AI race is moving.
Right. So story 1. This is probably the biggest smart home news in, well, years. Google's basically doing an AI brain transplant, replacing the old Google Assistant with Gemini for Home.
And this isn't just like, a minor update. This is fundamental. What's kind of wild is they're rolling the software out to every smart speaker and display they've made since, 2016?
2016, the original Google Home. Think about that, nearly a decade of different hardware getting this 2025 level AI brain. It's ambitious.
Ambitious is one word for it. How are they even pulling that off technically?
Well, that's the fascinating part. Gemini, their big advanced AI model, it's apparently much better at understanding natural conversation. So you don't have to talk like a robot anymore.
Okay, thank goodness.
And they're giving you like 10 new voice options that sound way more realistic, better pacing, all that.
So what's the aha moment here? What actually changes for me trying to, turn on my lights?
The big one is context and spatial awareness. This is the game changer. Let's say you're upstairs thinking about dinner. You just say, hey, turn on lights. I'm about to cook. It knows you mean the kitchen lights downstairs. You don't have to say kitchen lights. It uses the context where you are, what you're doing.
Okay, that's smart. That feels like what we were always promised. How's it doing that on like a 2016 speaker? That seems like a lot of processing.
It does. It suggests they're getting really good at running parts of these complex AI models right there on the device itself. Edge processing, not just relying on the cloud for everything, which kind of shows how much cheaper and easier on-device AI is becoming.
Right. Makes sense. And it handles more complex stuff now, too, like multiple commands.
Yep. You can string things together naturally.
Yeah.
The example they gave was turn on all the lights except for the kitchen lights and lock the front door. All one sentence.
Oh, nice. No more barking out separate commands.
Exactly. Makes it feel seamless.
Yeah.
And get this, the media search, you don't even need the song title.
Oh, what do you mean?
You can just describe it. Like, play that song from the climatic scene where they're dancing at a summer camp. And it figures it out.
Whoa, okay. That's using some serious reasoning, not just keyword matching. That could actually make voice search for music usable.
Right. And think about scheduling things. Instead of remind me October 1st, you can say, remind me to order costumes a month before Halloween. It understands the reasoning.
Okay, that's genuinely useful. And it's not just the speakers, right? Cameras, too.
Yeah, the cameras are getting smarter. Remember those youthless person-detected alerts?
Ugh, yeah. Always going off for nothing.
Well, now they call it semantic scene understanding. Basically, the camera doesn't just see movement. It understands what's happening.
Let's go, like...
So instead of just person, you get delivery drivers placing a package on the porch or, neighbors walking their dog past the driveway. It labels the behavior.
Okay, that's a huge difference. Actionable info.
Totally. And they're adding something called Herm Brief. It summarizes hours of video footage into like short recaps. You can even customize it to just show you clips of your pets or whatever.
Sounds great. Is there a catch?
Well, yeah. Some of those advanced camera features, like the Home Brief, you'll need their Google Home premium advanced subscription. So factor that into your budget.
Ah, okay. Good to know. But the core Gemini stuff is rolling out more broadly.
Yes, and the app itself is getting a big redesign, rolling out globally starting today, actually. Look for version 4.0 or higher. You might need to opt into early access.
And the app is faster? Please tell me the app is faster.
They're claiming 70% faster startup, 80% fewer crashes, which, yeah, that's been a major complaint.
Definitely needed.
And the app has this new Ask Home chat feature. You can just type in natural language, like at night, if the house is empty, make it look like someone's home, and it helps you set up that automation.
Okay, that's pretty powerful. So the big takeaway here is Google's using its AI smarts to finally make the smart home feel, well, smart, and giving old devices a new lease on life.
Exactly, which leads us perfectly into story 2.
Yeah.
Because it explains their kind of weird hardware strategy right now.
Right. Story 2, they announced a new speaker, the Google Home speaker. Notice no more Nest branding.
Yep, dropping Nest. It's $99, so competitive pricing. Looks like a flattened sphere, kind of like a HomePod Mini, maybe.
Yeah, I saw pictures. Comes in 4 colors, porcelain, hazel, berry, jade. Has 360 audio and a new light ring thing at the bottom.
Seems like a decent little speaker.
Yeah.
And it adds some new tricks, like you can pair 2 with a Google TV streamer for surround sound.
Okay, sounds good. So what's the catch? There's always a catch.
The catch is massive. You can't buy it until spring 2026.
Wait, what? Spring 2026? They announced it now. That's like a half a year away.
Yeah. Very unusual timing, right?
That feels odd. Why announce it so early if you can't even order it?
Well, according to Google, it's intentional. They're basically saying, look, our number one priority right now is getting Gemini working perfectly on the millions of devices you already own.
Ah, so they're holding back the new hardware until the software is proven on the old hardware.
Precisely. They want to nail the Gemini experience across that huge, diverse installed base first. Gather feedback, fix bugs, make sure it's stable before launching a new flagship speaker that depends entirely on it.
So is it really about loyalty, making sure existing users are happy first? Or is it just technically really, really hard to roll out this AI to so many old chips and they need the time?
Probably a bit of both, let's be honest. But the message is clear. Software stability is king right now. If they launched this new speaker and Gemini was flaky, it would undermine the whole narrative.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's kind of a mature move, actually. Delaying sales to ensure the core experience works.
It really is. They're using their existing customers, essentially, as the world's largest beta test for Gemini before putting it in shiny new hardware. It shows how critical the AI software layer has become. It's not about the box anymore. It's about the brain inside.
Software eats the world, even smart speakers. Okay, so that focus on powerful AI, that ties into our third story, right? About the wider competition.
Absolutely, because it's not just Google pushing the boundaries. Story 3 is about Z.ai.
Yeah.
You might remember them as ZPU. They just released GLM-4.6.
Okay, another AI model name to remember. What's special about this one?
Well, a couple of things. First, it's designed specifically for AI agents, reasoning complex coding tasks. Second, and this is key, it's an open weights model.
Open weights. We hear that term more and more. Remind us quickly what that means for, say, a developer listening.
It means freedom, basically. Unlike proprietary models where you pay per use via an API, Z.ai has released the actual trained model, the weights, publicly. So a developer can download it, run it on their own servers, tweak it, control the data, everything.
Total control. Got it. And how good is it?
Get this. Z.ai is claiming it's nearly as good as top-tier models like Claude Sonnet 4 on really hard coding and reasoning tests. They cited a 48.6% win rate in head-to-head comparisons.
Whoa, near parity with Claude Sonnet 4, but open weights, that's significant.
Hugely significant, and maybe even more important for businesses running lots of AI tasks. It's reportedly 15% more token efficient than their last version.
Token efficient. Translate that for us. Does that just mean faster?
It means cheaper, mostly.
Yeah.
It uses less computing power, fewer tokens to get the same result. So if you're running AI agents at scale, 15% less compute power means 15% lower costs, roughly speaking. It adds up fast.
Okay, so high-end AI is getting cheaper and more accessible fast.
Exactly. And this really shows how quickly the gap is closing between, big US AI labs and international players, especially from places like China. It puts serious pressure on companies like OpenAI to keep innovating because powerful AI is becoming a global commodity, accessible via places like Hugging Face.
So the real-world impact is sophisticated AI tools are suddenly within reach for smaller companies, startups, researchers, anywhere.
Pretty much. Democratization of advanced AI. Now, We do need to include one important note, just for balanced reporting.
Okay.
Some similar open source models from foreign sources have, in the past, raised some concerns around censorship or potential data privacy issues linked to their origin. It's just something Western developers need to be aware of and do their own checks on when considering using models like GLM-4.6 for, sensitive applications. Due diligence is key.
Right. Critical context for anyone thinking of adopting these tools. Make informed choices.
Definitely. Okay, before we tie all these dots together, one more quick thank you to another great sponsor.
Yes. We also want to shout out Skony, that's pronounced Skony. They make premium golf shoes that look fantastic and feel amazing on or off the course. Seriously stylish footwear.
Really comfortable, too.
Check them out at skony.com. That's skoni.com. And again, use our code SNARFLE at checkout for 15% off your entire order. Another great deal for our listeners.
15% off those shoes. Nice. Okay, so let's recap the connections we made today. Dot number 1.
The smart home is finally getting that AI brain it always needed. Google's Gemini is replacing Assistant, bringing real contextual understanding even to devices almost a decade old. It's a huge user experience upgrade.
Dot number 2. Google's playing the long game with hardware. Delaying their new Google Home speaker until spring 2026 shows they're prioritizing making that Gemini software work flawlessly on existing devices first. Software stability over immediate sales.
And dot number 3, the AI race is global and accelerating. Open-weights models like Z.ai's GLM-4.6 are bringing near top-tier performance to everyone, driving down costs and making powerful AI tools accessible worldwide, which ramps up the competitive pressure everywhere.
So the smartest software is definitely winning, and maybe surprisingly is winning on the oldest hardware first.
Yeah, it really makes you think. If AI can suddenly make our existing tech feel brand new and last much longer, what does that actually mean for how often we'll need to buy new gadgets in the future? Something to chew on.
We're here to help at Snarful, so reach out on our website if you have any more questions.
That's a wrap on today's top stories. Remember, tech doesn't have to be complicated, and we're here to help connect the dots. If you've got questions or want to learn more, visit us at snarful.com. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.